Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Talking Housewives with Dee. I'm Dee, and today we're talking about Dr. Wendy and Happy Eddie getting arrested for fraud. You guys, when I tell you my jaw dropped when I woke up this morning and saw the news, so I woke up on a nice, bright, crisp day. I get my phone, I go on Reddit, and I see a mugshot of Wendy and Eddie, and I'm like, what the fuck? I thought it was AI because what could Wendy and Eddie possibly do? They don't they're not criminals. What would they do? But I saw it was from TMZ and I'm like, "Oh shit, this is real." So you guys, they've been charged with fraud. Apparently they said someone broke into their house while they were in Jamaica in 2024 and they stole like $450,000 worth of stuff. Turns out they lied. They didn't. No one broke in. No one stole anything. So, I'm going to just briefly tell you what I've learned over the past few hours. I watched the press conference. Now, I am not a journalist. I'm just a girl who's nosy, and I like to talk about housewives. And I'm recapping Potomac right now. So I said, you know what? I might as well talk about it. So, yeah, I'm just telling you guys what I saw, what I heard on the press conference, Reddit, news articles. I'm just telling you guys. So I'm going to make it super quick. So let me tell you what they're being charged with first. So Wendy has 16 charges, including 7 for felony false/misleading info fraud in excess of $300, 8 for misdemeanor on false/misled info fraud in excess of $300, and a misdemeanor charge of a false statement to an officer per the Carroll County Sheriff's Office Public Information Officer. Eddie is being charged with 18 charges, so basically all of that, plus a little bit more. So let me just tell you guys what I found out through the press conference and reading Reddit and reading news articles and all that. So Eddie and Wendy went to Jamaica in April 2024, right? So while they were gone, they said that their house was broken into and the burglars stole $450,000 worth of stuff. So over almost $500,000, right? So the officer or the investigator, whoever was doing the press conference, said that there was indoor and outdoor cameras inside the house, outside the house, and there was nothing recorded on the cameras. So no one coming into the house or anything like that. They even said that on the streets, the outdoor cameras, there was no suspicious activity recorded on the streets. They even checked the neighbors' cameras, you guys. Nothing. So Wendy and Eddie said that the burglar broke into the second story window into their master bedroom. And when detectives went inside, they did see that the bedroom was ransacked. The mattress was overturned and all that. However, they didn't find any fingerprints or any footprints inside the house. And there was no evidence of forced entry or anything like that. So, I'll just let's just kind of get into it. So they found some email addresses and from Eddie and Wendy, and they ended up looking through Eddie's and Wendy's emails, and Wendy and Eddie were emailing each other, and Eddie said basically is there anything else that we can add to this list of things that were stolen, because we want to reach the maximum amount we can get, which is $435,000. And so investigators looked more into the receipts and stuff that Wendy had provided about the missing items, the stolen items, and it turns out that in 2018, Wendy bought this stuff, but she returned it. So let's just say she bought a purse, right? She returned the purse, got her money back, but she provided that, because when you buy something, you get a receipt, and then you get a return receipt when you return it. So she had the original receipt. So she submitted that receipt as the good that was stolen, even though she had already returned and got her money back. So, yeah, so let's see. I took notes, you guys. They're not really clear notes, but yeah. So, police came knocking at their door yesterday afternoon, knock knock, and they had a search warrant, a seize and search warrant. And while they went into the house, they found 50 plus items that Eddie and Wendy said were stolen. They were right there in the house, you guys. Yeah. So this happened yesterday afternoon. Okay, they were released this morning on $50,000 bond. They're back in court November 7th, about a month from now. So now at this press conference, people are asking the investigator, whoever it was, giving the press conference some questions, and they basically said, so like, what made you suspicious about this? You guys, Wendy posted Wendy posted herself wearing a ring that she said was stolen after she said it was stolen. And she was at the White House correspondent dinner wearing the ring. And that's what tipped investigators off that they were lying. So, yeah. So this to me is giving very Dorit and PK of Beverly Hills. Because remember, allegedly, they were saying that PK set up the whole thing. Remember, that's what Garcelle was saying. And that, to get for like insurance fraud. Now, I will say, I don't believe Dorit had anything to do with it. And I'm not even a Dorit fan. You guys will find this out when I recap Beverly Hills. I'm not a fan of hers. However, I do not believe that Dorit had anything or any knowledge to do with the burglary, the robbery, whatever. I don't know, I just feel deep down that she really didn't know. Her scheming husband, on the other hand, that's an entirely different story for another day. But, yeah, so it's giving Dorit. And honestly, I don't even know why Wendy would have to, like, do this. You know what I mean? Like, listen, I don't watch Potomac for the glitz and the glam, If I wanted to see glitz and glam, I would go over to Beverly Hills. I would go over to Atlanta. Or I would even go to Salt Lake City and see what, Andy's cooking up over there. Or Bronwyn. Like, I don't watch Potomac to see, like, designer clothes and big old houses and private jets and things like that. So I'm like, I don't know why Wendy would even do that. Like, Potomac isn't like that show. So it kind of reminds me of Orange County. Like Orange County has like, Gina on there. The only like rich person on there is Heather. But, like, and like Jen's broke. So, like I watch, Orange County like the way I watch Potomac. So I just don't know why Wendy and Eddie would have to, do all this. But now it's going to be interesting watching this season to see, they're doing that big old renovation. And they said Happy Eddie was making a shit ton of money, remember? So it's going to be interesting watching that. And also, I just found out from Variety that they're pulling Wendy's, her episode of the Real Housewives wife swap thing. Remember, it's going to be Emily, Angie, Melissa, and Wendy. They're pulling Wendy's episode. So I don't know what that's all about. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys. Yeah, it was just, I can't believe that Eddie was emailing Wendy about that. If I got some stuff wrong, please feel free to correct me or do your own research. Go look on Variety, TMZ, Us Weekly. You guys, it's everywhere. Really look at the Reddit threads too. It's everywhere. Or listen to some other podcasts. I really hope the Bravo docket does a podcast on this because I'm really interested in hearing more about this. But I just can't believe that this is how Wendy's going out. She's the last person I would expect. Honestly, I wouldn't expect anyone on Potomac to be charged with a crime like fraud. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't see that happen. Now the other franchises, yes. Yes, but Potomac, for some reason, like no, like I just don't see them doing that. And it really, really surprised me that Eddie and Wendy would do this. I just feel really bad for their kids because, you guys, I think they're going to jail. Like, like, for some reason, this twisted government, when it comes to stealing money, you get thrown in jail, but like if you kill someone, like, all right, that's fine, you're free to go. But oh, you stole money, like let's lock you up for 10 years. But like, oh, you killed all these people, like, oh, you're free to go. So I don't know, guys. I really don't know. Yeah, I just feel really bad for your kids. But yeah, that's oh god, that's it. So yeah, Wendy's has 16 charges. Eddie has 18. They'll be in court November 7th. If anything else comes out, maybe I'll make another video. I don't think I have to because I think we're kind of done here. But if more stuff comes out, you guys let me know, okay? You can find me on Instagram, or you can subscribe and like and listen to my recaps I have coming up. I recap Potomac, Salt Lake City, a little bit of Orange County. I just give my opinion about that. And then when Beverly Hills comes out, I'll be doing Beverly Hills. Thank you guys so much for listening to me yap about this, and I will talk to you later. Bye.